Now, if we talk about the vocationalization of secondary education, vocationalization means if the students, they do not want to study after 10th or 12th because of any of the reasons, so the education which they get up to 10th or 12th, it should be such that it should be able to fetch a job for the students after they leave the school. Yes, so it should be some training should be given within the school, so that they are able to fetch a job for themselves after leaving the school. So, vocationalization of secondary education. In February 1988, the central government launched a plan to vocationalize secondary education. The financial assistance given to those schools who started vocational courses under the plan, they were given financial assistance also. So efforts are underway to draw the employment plans for those who successfully complete vocational courses in the schools. So in 2012-13, permission was granted to nearly 11,000 schools in the country to start vocational courses, and about 10 lakh students, they got benefited. Yes. Then coming to technical, medical and the agriculture education. So there were 43 diploma level polytechnic institutions in the country. The number in 51, the number has increased to 1,914 now. And talking about the engineering colleges, 3,400 recognized engineering colleges. Yes, although many of them have closed down now because the demand for that has reduced. Yes, then coming to for engineering has reduced. The medical colleges, 289 medical colleges in the country. Yes, now we have so many private medical colleges also, and the capacity is 32,815 students studying in these. The number of dental colleges is 288 and 282 with an admission capacity of 22,680 students. So as many as 617 community polytechnics have been established. So you need to just have a look at all these. Then coming to rural education in the rural areas. So rural areas have also witnessed widespread expansion. Yes, education, the National Rural Higher Education Council has been set up for this purpose. Under this council, 14 rural educational institutions have been functioning. Children of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, yes, they get free education in all the states. Then adult and female education, yes, the National Literacy Mission, under this mission, free education is provided to the adults, yes, and also the women. So it aims at providing meaningful education to the youth of the age 15 to 25 years. The ones who are not able to go to regular schools otherwise, they will be given education during the evenings most of the time. And also women enough programs are being initiated to see that the women especially in the rural areas, even they are educated. Total Literacy Campaign, National Literacy Mission was launched to render everybody literate in the country. This program has now been recast as it has been renamed as Sakshar Bharat, with a central focus on female education. The program covers all those in the age group of 15 and above. They have given a reference to the various states. Yes, so there are a few states like Kerala where there is 94% literacy. Yes, and in December 93, in the conference of 9 most populous countries of the world held in Delhi, a plan to give concrete shape to the objective of education for all has been formulated. Then education is still a challenging proposition in our country. Yes, it is encouraging to know that nearly 96.5% children are now enrolled in the schools. Yes, but in the backdrop of the statistics, there is a bitter truth. Although they are enrolled, they have got themselves enrolled in the schools, but the reality is many of them drop out. That is, they leave the school, yes, within no time. So the free and compulsory education is given to children from 6 to 14 years of age. Yes, but the quality of education is not up to standard. Administrative callousness, yes, compounds the problem further. A survey by the Child Rights and that is CRI finds that children continue to be refused admission to schools because of the lack of sometimes transfer documentation, birth registration. If they not got the birth registration, then they will not be allowed to take admission, and proof of residence. If they don't have, they will not be enrolled in the schools. And it has been seen that many a times the children are compelled to pay fees, yes, even in the government schools. Then large number of illiterates. India harbors the largest number of illiterates in the world. Presently, nearly 36 crore people, which is almost the size of the total population of America here. Yes, so we have these many illiterates in the country. Nothing good, I don't know about it. So, inadequate vocationalization. Education continues to be largely degree oriented through millions of people are educated, but they render to be jobless. Educated youths, they are jobless. Then gender bias, many a times, especially in the rural areas. Yes, the girls are not sent to schools. Yes. Then low rural access, many a times, even if the children want to go to schools in the rural areas, because they are far off, the schools are far off, so the parents, they don't send. Privatization. So because privatization is going on increasing, and the private schools, they they believe that they are giving better education as compared to the government schools. They also charge high fee, which many a times is out of the pocket of the poor people. Then low government expenditure on education. The government has failed to fulfill the commitment of spending nearly 6% of GDP on education. Actual amount is only around 4 to 5% of the GDP. Yes, it's very less as compared to the total population in the country. Now, a few things I have given. I have marked the true and false. Yes, fill in the blanks and a few questions at the back. Please go through them, and I would want everyone to do the questions which I have asked at the end, to do them in your registers. And I hope you are working on your project also, because we have ample time now. We will not have much time after the school reopens. I would request everyone to start working on it. Make a rough draft of whatever you are able to look for. Yes, and around 30 pages of A4 will be taking, and with the data and a few topics I have already given to you. You may choose any apart from these, but related to economics. Okay, thank you so much.